close match between Aspley and the Gold Coast, with neither side taking the full points after a draw. Aspley looked good to start, getting off to a 22-point lead in the first quarter, booting 7 goals and 6 behinds, while the Suns kicked 2 and 4. The tables turned in the second quarter, with the Suns bagging 7 goals to Aspley's 2 to take a 7-point lead into the main break. Things tightened up in the third quarter. Aspley booted more majors with 3 compared to the Gold Coast's 2, but the Suns had a 1-point lead at three-quarter time. The final quarter stayed close. Aspley had the chance to take the win with more shots at goal in the end, but it finished up 109 all, delivering the first draw of the season. James Nellis had a sensational game for Aspley. He kicked 4 of his side's 16 goals. Austin Lucy helped out with 3 majors, with 9 others on the goal card. Nathan Box showed he's recovered from his knee injury. He bagged a massive 9 goals for the Gold Coast. The score at the final siren, 16-13, 109 to 17-7, 109. An important win for Eastlake, who remain in the top 5 after the 26-point victory over Hills Eagles. A very close contest in the first half, but Eastlake held the lead at each change.
He gets a shot at the big ones, you betcha. Ryan Brabazon, he gets the D's first.
Both sides booted 4 goals in the first quarter, 4 behinds also going to Eastlake, with 2 to Hills Eagles. 3 straight goals in the second term helped the Demons hold on to the lead, with 2 goals and 3 behinds going to the Sydney side.
As they go back-to-back, the D's.
After the main break, Eastlake extended the lead, kicking 3 goals. It could have been a bigger gap, but the Demons also managed 6 behinds for the quarter. A strong defensive effort kept Hills Eagles to just 1 goal and 2 behinds. The Demons were more accurate in the final quarter with 5 goals and just 2 behinds.
Recipient, how's he going to go, Mike Ryan? I think that's a goal. Mike Ryan gets his first goal at senior football.
Eastlake remain in the 5, while Hills Eagles slipped to 8th after the Demons won 102 to 76. The Brisbane Lions again proved why they're on top of the table with a 78-point win over Redland. Brisbane booted 4 goals 6 in the first quarter, keeping the Bombers to 1 goal and 3 behinds to hold a 21-point lead at the first break. Both sides slotted 4 goals in the second quarter, with 5 behinds also going to the Lions, giving them a 25-point lead at half-time. Brisbane owned the premiership quarter, slotting 7 goals while keeping Redland to just 1 behind. With the game already won, the Lions kicked another 4 goals, while Redland worked hard, kicking 3. Jordan Lyle had a day out. He booted 7 goals with 19 marks and 27 touches. Aaron Cornelius helped out too with 3 goals. For Redland, Joshua Veering booted 3, with Josh Pullman adding a pair. Brisbane sit comfortably on top of the table, while Redland are in 7th. The final score, 19-19, 133 to 8-7, 55. The Sydney Swans have lost their place on top of the table after going down to the UWS Giants. The Giants came out strong, kicking 9 goals in the first quarter. The Swans booted 3. The Giants outclassed the Swans again in the second. The Swans managed 1 goal and 1 behind, while UWS kicked 3 of each to go into the main break with a 51-point lead. A big third quarter, the Giants kicked 6 goals, but the Swans wouldn't let them blow out the lead any further, also booting 6 goals. An extra behind to the Giants gave them a 52-point lead. Defence stepped up in the fourth, 2 goals to the Swans and 3 to the Giants. Dean Towers booted the most for the Swans. He kicked 3 majors, 2 for Jake Lloyd and Gary Rowan. 3 goals also to Giant Nathan Wilson. 7 other players booted 2 goals. The Swans are missing their big guns, with the club using 9 top-up players due to injury. The first half efforts secured victory for the Giants. The score at the final siren, 12-7, 79, 21-16, 142. A surge in the fourth quarter gave Morningside a win over the NT Thunder after a tight 3-quarter contest. The Panthers held a 5-point lead at quarter time due to more behinds, but both sides booted 3 goals in the first term. The difference stayed at 5 at half-time, with both sides trading goals in the second, again with 3 goals each, also 3 single-pointers. Another tight term followed, with Morningside adding 4 goals and 2 behinds, while the Thunder kicked 3 goals and 6 behinds. Morningside gave it everything in the final quarter, bursting out to a 59-point win after bagging 9 goals and keeping the Thunder goalless with a very strong defensive effort. Kent Abey was the go-to man in front of goal. He booted 8 for Morningside, while for Thunder, Cameron Illett and Brant Chambers each bagged 2. The win lifts Morningside into 5th place ahead of the Thunder. A close contest for most of the game, but the Panthers walked away with the points, 19-14, 128 to 9-15, 69. A big win for Sydney Uni in round 17 against Tuggeranong. Sydney Uni booted 7 goals 3 in the first quarter to Tuggeranong's 3 goals, giving the Sydney side a 27-point lead at the first break. A fairly even second half saw both sides kick 3 goals. Uni also added 4 behinds and 1 for the Hawks. Uni picked up again after half-time, coming out of the sheds determined. 5 goals in the third quarter with another 7 in the last, while keeping Tuggeranong to 1 goal each term. The difference was 30 at half-time. That was extended to 60 in the third, with the students taking the win by 91 points in the end. Benjamin Taggart was the strongest in front of goal. He kicked 5 majors for Sydney Uni. Peter Dugmore helped out with 4. Thomas Elkington and Tim Barrett booted 3 each, while 2 went to Adam Campbell and Dominic Vincent. Brett McLeod was the Hawks' top goal kicker with 3. Ben Cleaver and Nathan Costigan kicked 2 each, with 1 to Ashley Pocock. The win lifts Sydney Uni up a rung on the ladder into 7th. Another tough game for Tuggeranong in round 18, taking on Ainslie, who'll be well rested after the bye, while Sydney Uni have the break. The final score, 22-16, 148 to 8-9-57. A close contest between the 8th and 9th place sides, with Broadbeach the stronger side on the day. Labrador would have liked the contribution of Noble, who's out injured, and Upton, who's suspended, but they remain near the bottom with 5 rounds left in the competition. Labrador booted 5 goals 2 in the first quarter to give themselves a 13-point lead at quarter time, with Broadbeach slotting 3 and 1. The Cats reduced the Tigers' lead by kicking 3 goals and 3 behinds in the second quarter, while the Tigers slotted 2 of each to be up by a single goal at half-time. After the main break, Broadbeach stepped up, kicking 4 goals, keeping Labrador to 1 major and 3 behinds. Another 2 goals apiece in the final quarter saw Broadbeach claim victory. Kieran Emery kicked 4 goals for Broadbeach. Ben Wells added 2, with another 6 players contributing majors, while Jake Goldsmith slotted 4 for Labrador with 2 to Bronson Durack. The final score, 12-8, 80 to 10-12, 72. Belconnen have taken top spot on the Eastern Conference ladder with a big 64-point win over Queanbeyan at Dairy Farmers. The Tigers got off to a great start, kicking 5 goals, while the Magpies kicked 3, but Queanbeyan couldn't sustain the lead. Belconnen improved in the second quarter, keeping the Tigers to 1 goal, while kicking 3 to take a 5-point lead into half-time. The Magpies ramped it up in the second half, coming out of the sheds to kick 9 goals, then another 5 in the final stanza, while Queanbeyan managed just 5 second-half goals. James Kavanagh returned from injury to play his 200th game, and despite racking up 6 goals, he couldn't steer Queanbeyan to victory. Ben Fulford helped out with 3 majors. Matthew Loken bagged 6 for Belconnen. Jordan Harper pitched in with 4, 3 to Andrew Dess and 2 to Christopher York. Queanbeyan will be desperate for a win against Hills Eagles next round if they're any hope of returning to the top 5, while Belconnen will hope the momentum continues when they take on Eastlake. The final score at Dairy Farmers, 72 to 136. Belconnen take top spot on the Eastern Conference ladder, with Sydney Swans slipping to second. UWS Giants, Ainslie and Eastlake share 32 points. Queanbeyan sit outside the top 5, followed by Sydney Uni and Hills Eagles, with Tuggeranong in 8th. On the Northern ladder, Brisbane remain on top with just 1 loss for the season. Southport sits second, with Aspley in third, followed by the Gold Coast, with Morningside rounding out the top 5. Then it's NT Thunder with Redland in 7th, Broadbeach in 8th, followed by Labrador and Mount Gravatt. So for round 18, Eastlake take on Belconnen, Hills Eagles host Queanbeyan, Ainsley have the home ground advantage against Tuggeranong. Aspley are up against Southport. Gold Coast Suns v Sydney Swans. Morningside against Redland. NT have a tough task against Brisbane, while Broadbeach host Mount Gravatt. For more info, head to NEAFL.com.au, and to stay up to date with NEAFL fixtures, results and news, simply download the NEAFL app from the App Store.